what do you make of this 43% emissions reduction target, 82% of renewables by, goodness me, 2030? That's only 8 years away. They're kidding.
Well, they are kidding, but this legislation also is a vehicle by which you can enforce various aspects.
Or go to the courts.
Exactly, go to the courts, indeed. So, but Alan, the funny side of this is, what effect will this have on politicians going overseas to attend climate change junkets? Should this 43% of emissions reduction apply to that too? I mean, we've been spending years pointing out the hypocrisy of these politicians, maybe hitting them with legislation will work.
Well, what about Bowen now saying, oh, well, I know he's worried about how he'll get to his 82% renewables, but he's now saying, well, we'll build wind farms offshore.
Oh, well,
or windmills offshore, you call them. I heard you call them windmills. But I mean, how do we get the electricity onshore, Fred?
Well, it's the vibe of it, really, Alan. I mean, they're just going to stick these things up, and people walking along the beach will be going, oh, we're so much greener now. But, Alan, this is very dear to me. I mean, I love Australian beaches, just like most Australians do. And there used to be a joke going around that, you know, will Zali Steggall ever put wind turbines on the beach at Manly after she won Warringah in 2019? Well, it looks like someone in Chris Bowen's office has looked at that joke and thought, oh, hang on, that's a good idea.
Yes, that's it. Put them in Macquarie Street. There's plenty of wind there. Yeah. Hey? Now, listen, I know you're a fan of Matt Guy in Victoria. We've got a lot of Victorian viewers watching down there. Oh, I'm joking. But I will say this. How superior as a politician, forget whether you agree with him or not and all his convictions and whether he's right or wrong, but Andrews as a politician, securing and holding power, leaves them for dead, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah, he's a consummate professional.
Absolutely.
And it only, like you and I, Alan, and all our viewers and punters, it just makes you wonder what happens behind the scenes. You know, it's the same with how Matt Keane got the deputy premiership. Yeah. What happens behind the scenes of our governments between our elected representatives? But regarding this election in coming up in November in Victoria, Alan, to quote Henry Kissinger, it's a pity, Henry Kissinger talking about the Iran-Iraq war in the 1980s, it's a pity they both can't lose.
That's it, a pity they both can't lose. Well, of course, I think there'll be a replacement now. Guy will go. He's in too much trouble. Just coming back to New South Wales, why didn't Perrottet, if there were two starters, Elliott and Keane, why didn't Perrottet tell Keane to drop off?
Well, again, it goes to what happens in the back rooms, and none of us are ever told about this. I mean, you had David Elliott on your show the other day, and he looked kind of, you know, a little bit bewildered by what had happened. I mean, the thing is, Alan, I don't think Robert Menzies himself would be welcome in the Liberal Party these days.
That's a good point. That is a very, very good point. I'll tell you what, viewers out there, what do you make of it? This bloke's got some gears. You've done splendidly. What's on tonight? Tell us what you've got on tonight.
Well, we've got a big editorial on Trump. We've got David Flint talking about various constitutional matters. We've got Stephen Senatiempo from Canberra.
Yeah, lovely fella.
He can talk about anything. Yep.
And then when do you get back to the beach?
Well, funny you should mention that. We're also going to cheer on Jack Robinson. You're a big sports fan, Alan, but surfing's a bit of a blind spot for you. So I'm filling that gap with a little piece about Jack Robinson, who's the world #2 surfer in the moment.
Good. I'm a farmer's son. Farmer's son, Fred. We never saw water. Hey, well done. Lovely to welcome you to ADH. Congratulations on the work you're doing, and congratulations on the viewers that you're gathering as a result of what you're saying. If I'm saying to the viewers, you've heard tonight, the man has gears, he's got a brain, he's got a sense of humour, he's got a personality, and as my old man would say, he hasn't been buggered up by a useless university education.